I got into paragliding about 8 years ago. I was house sitting in Underberg, and one day I was driving from Pietermaritzburg to Underberg past Bulwer, and I looked up and I just saw about 20 colourful gliders in the air, and I thought, wow, that looks really interesting. And I turned in and I found out what they were doing, and the next week I was on the course. I get a tremendous amount of satisfaction out of paragliding. I think that it really pushes me to do things or explore my boundaries much more than any other sport would do. It's not just about going out on a Saturday and having a quick flight from the top of the mountain down to the bottom. You cover a lot of distance, and I've gone to so many exciting places. I've travelled, I've been in Europe, I've gone to America and Mexico, I've flown there, and Dar in South Africa. There's not really any reason why anyone normally would go to Dar. It's you know, so distant in the Northern Cape, but it's just an amazing place to fly far, and the Karoo is just very, very beautiful when viewed from above. And I've flown my personal best there. I flew 147 kilometers and flew over the Orange River, and it was just really beautiful, amazing memories. I think what I get out of paragliding is probably the most amazing memories. I think I always describe it as it's not a white knuckle adrenaline ride. It's not a roller coaster. It's not jumping out of an aeroplane. It's just, for me, it's more pure, calming adrenaline when you've actually got to the top of a thermal. While you're fighting to get up, sometimes it can be a bit strong and you get pushed out by the rising air. But when you're at the top and you get the reward, it's just really, really amazing. And what I always do is, if I get a bit nervous, I say to myself, 10 more minutes. I'll stay in the air for another 10 minutes, and if it's really bad, then I'll go land. And usually what happens is 10 minutes later, I've even forgotten that I was thinking about going to land. And in paragliding, sometimes you have, I guess, like surfers seek the perfect wave. I think if you can just fly and find that perfect thermal, and then the next one and the next one, so you make the most of what the weather is giving you. And if that means that you fly 5 kilometers, or it means that you fly 120, or you make the most of it, you grab it, you don't let it go by. And also, you know what? Life is for the living. You need to make the most of what you have. And we have just the most amazing nature around here, which, when viewed from the air, is it's an absolute privilege. It sounds very, I guess, emotional, but I think, paragliding is also about emotion. It's about being in a very beautiful place and having an armchair view from 2,000 meters above the ground. One of the big advantages or pros that I would say about paragliding is the experience of freedom. You are in an environment where you are, you're unfettered. You are flying, you are using the elements to go places. It's quiet. You don't have a motor. So I think in terms of applying it to real life, I think it's important that people push beyond their boundaries, that they don't just stay in a safe zone, because there's actually a whole lot of exciting things out there, and if you venture past the boundary that you've set, you might just discover that there's something really amazing just over the hill.